Hello and welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Yevrà here, my Lord of the Sith, here on the chilly world of Hoth. When we last left off, we were speaking with Commander Triton at Dawn Base about how the Republic have pushed the Empire back and cut off its ability to supply the other bases here. Unfortunately, the Talz are engaging in guerrilla warfare, but we're trying to deal with them. We've just tapped their communications, and we're now on our way to report our success.
Good to hear from you. We've been receiving the feed from the data arrays, and what we've learned is quite interesting. We had assumed there were one, perhaps two groups of Talz out there. We found 6. Had we attacked earlier, we would have gotten one group and the other 5 would have gone to ground.
Now that we've tracked them, it is time to exterminate them.
Commander Triton and I believe we have the answer.
The good part is we know how many Talz there are, and the bad part is we don't have enough forces to hit all 6 groups at once. We have devised a plan to put the Talz in position for a killing blow. Their supplies, weapons, medical equipment, and the high-calorie food they require, all of it is stored in one central location. They may be adapted to the cold, but without their supplies, they wouldn't last a week. So we will destroy their cache.
They will choose between retreating home or starvation.
That, or the one other option that we think the more likely.
If I were them, and suddenly without food, I would raid this base. So we will amplify our defenses here and spring the trap shut. Unfortunately, getting at their supplies may be difficult. They are in a series of ice caves overrun by wampers.
That sounds like a pretty unforgiving security system.
Wampers can be fooled. A combination of synthetic pheromones and body language could make them think a Talz is part of their pack. All the more reason to bring back their equipment. We could learn much from the Talz.
The last thing you'd want to do in a wampa cave is weigh yourself down.
Between Talz and Wampers, I'll need both hands free.
Then it's settled. Destroy anything of use to them. Let them know who the masters of this miserable world are.
Indeed. Hey, level 73. I switched back over to Deception. I wasn't quite sure on Darkness on the tanking discipline. I may just need to play it quite a bit in my own time to make it feel more comfortable to me. I know I enjoy Deception, so we're back at it. Well, what have we learned? We've learned Executioner. Increases all damage dealt to targets below 30% of their maximum health. Okay. Then we get to choose one of 3 passives. Phantom Stride grants Reaper's Rush, allowing your next assassinate to be used on any target regardless of their remaining health. If your target of Phantom Stride is killed within 10 seconds, Phantom Stride's cooldown is reset. Which, against normal enemies, is quite possible, certainly. Another reduction to force speed will be quite handy, allowing us to use it more often. We'll take Reaper's Rush for the moment, though I may want to take the cooldown on the force speed ability. So the Talz are in a Wampa cave next to the Frostbite Lake. That is where they're storing the majority of their supplies. Bonus to deal with. Whoops. $20 Talz and 20 Wampa. I keep forgetting a Phantom Stride gives us 3 charges of discharge. So we could actually use discharge quite often. If we're going to get constant resets of the ability. Remember to keep our Dark Embrace active, not only for the force regeneration, but for the damage reduction it offers as well. It doesn't say it offers damage reduction, but I'm certain. Yeah. Increases force regeneration by 25% and reduces damage taken by 15%. So, destroy the ordnance. Yeah, just stab it with a lightsaber. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Now we need food and medical supplies. There we are. Oh, security chest. I'll take that, thank you very much. And back to that forward bunker.
It is done. Nothing remains in the Talz cave but ice and debris.
Good. They will have no choice but to strike, and we are ready for them.
Commander! Commander! There's reports of a Talz attack.
Excellent. What wing are they headed for?
No wing, sir. They're at the power station. They're overrunning the guards. They brought bombs.
These Talz have no fear. Even when their army is at its last breath, they want to take us down with them.
If they kill the power station, we'll have no heat. We'll have to evacuate, or we won't last past nightfall.
Don't tell me you didn't think of this.
The station's guards won't be able to hold off the entire Talz force.
I'll call for reinforcements from a Damus orbital. They should be able to land within the hour. Just get to that power station, and quickly.
Otherwise, Imperial occupation is really gonna fail, isn't it? Delightful. So the Talz are heading towards the Imperial Hell power station, rather than Dawn base. You don't look Imperial.
O kakiza spida perupa, kadwa shiniko higa danulia. Ni at ambumpa poshura mokili moklanki. Buka kampak nijit, tonka yiliska chanaga.
You'd better have a good reason for stopping a Sith.
Kotocha kana gulaya. Chikos pa ini gudad ijigliska chanagawa. Kabanotase makipuna, malituta odmishka.
Sounds fraught with danger. Count me in.
O pagthra wanawaga mi punawa duetwipe. Buka kampak nijit, tonka yiliska chanaga.
So we're hiring smugglers to bring in power converters to help the outposts keep running. Unfortunately, the Talz, when attacking the power station, also attacked the smugglers' shipment. Bonus to deal with 15 Talz outside while retrieving these power converters. These power converters are held in crates. The crates can like hold between like 1 to maybe 5 power converters. this Reaper's Rush is actually rather fun. It's going to be difficult when we're fighting champion, like elite and champion enemies, of course. That's where it'll be less effective.
Nice.
Yeah, that was more than 10 seconds. But I suppose the elite was also alone. So it wasn't like we were having to jump to another opponent immediately. I just suppose that Phantom Stride won't be very good, or won't be as good in PvP, because players are going to last more than 10 seconds. We have the power converters. But now we need to find the Talz and deactivate the explosives they have planted. Deactivate the second explosive device here. Now we just need to find the bomb down in the primary reactor. Excellent. Unfortunately,
The Empire fears me. A far more reliable standard.
Give me your best shot!
Something about... oh, yeah. The Talz were talking about their champion coming. He wasn't so tough.
Lieutenant Auron reporting in, my lord. Our company is on the ground and we have secured the perimeter.
Tell me you cut off their retreat.
Absolutely, my lord. We assessed the situation and countered it. Good to see this place still standing. We'll finish up here. If you return to Dawn Base, Commander Triton will no doubt want to congratulate you in person.
Excellent. We've mopped up the Talz. Dawn Base is secure. And we can go report our success. We might as well jump straight into the Dawn Base Cantina. We'll see if a certain someone and his ragtag party are there. But of course they are.
How long do you think it will take, friend, for all this to sink into the snow and be forgotten?
Probably not too long at all. Oh. Yes, I forgot we have the power converters we can turn in.
Chobot I kafstuan dile jihulo kuta. Che chopa kuma ni umpi but malia bedwana ni bobo. Kabano tase makipuna, mali tuta odmishka.
And you say the Sith held off the entire Talz force single-handed?
It sounds incredible, to be sure, but here, I'll let you talk directly. My lord, we cannot express our gratitude. May I introduce Moff Braynor, overseer of the Hoth system, among others?
It's an honor.
If not for you, Dawn Base would have been lost, and all the outposts that depend on it. It is for that reason I ask you your opinion. Would you say Commander Triton or just Captain Udris was more instrumental in the base's defense?
An interesting question.
Captain Udris's advice formed most of our key strategies. We relied on him heavily.
That is as I expected. Very well. Captain Udris, you are now Colonel Udris. I am putting the base's welfare in your hands until further notice.
I don't believe I've heard of a Chiss ranking so high before.
It is unprecedented, but Captain Udris is well known for his skill and judgment.
Sir, if I might ask, do you think the enlisted men will have a problem taking orders from Colonel Udris?
You mean, will they refuse orders from a Chiss? They will at first. Then they will be made examples.
Make it clear what happens to the disobedient, and you will do fine.
That is correct. The fastest remedies to insubordination are force and fear.
I will keep that in mind, Moff Braynor. Thank you.
That will be all.
Well, that went better than expected.
I suppose we should be happy we don't have pirate problems here.
He's referring to another security failure. Captain Yevrà at Leth Outpost lost a reactor substation to the White Moor pirates. We have asked much of you, but Captain Yevrà has not. and his soldiers desperately need relief at the Lep outpost. If you have the time, look in on them.
If we have the time, I suppose we could. But now we'll get ourselves outside. No, we won't get ourselves outside of Dawn Base, because there is an individual here who we need to have a word with. I forgot all about that. We'll take a break here then. Thank you all for joining me once again with even more Star Wars: The Old Republic. When we come back, we do of course need to now travel to Lef Outpost over at High Mount Ridge. But before we do that, we should speak to, I believe it is Sergeant Lauren, yes, about how they may assist a Lord of the Sith in retrieving this Star Runner, which was carrying artifacts out of the moon of Yavin 4. But that's all for next time. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for more as the series continues. Until then, take care. Bye bye now.